Hello, beautiful souls. I am Kalua, and I'm so happy to be here with you. I wanted to do a little transition reading for you as we move from Imbolc to Ostara, right? So, Imbolc is that season between the winter and the spring, winter solstice and spring equinox, right? And it's when we're shedding away, we're cleansing away many of the lessons, the things that came up during our reflection of the winter. Now we're washing all of that away, forgiveness, all of that good stuff, getting ready for the rebirth, for the spring, right? For the seeds to sprout, the bulbs that you planted in the fall to sprout, for all of that new life to come about. And so we want to nurture the soil, pull the weeds, all of the things. And I've noticed a really big energy shift lately. Things starting to open up a little bit, but still we've got those lessons happening. And I just wanted to tap into some of that. So, especially for you empaths, you change makers, highly sensitive people, the visionaries, you tend to operate on a level that I can vibe with. And I wanted to give you some support. So I've pre-shuffled this first set and we're gonna go right here. Okay. All right. So we have love and relationships, faith. Okay. Hmm. Passion and purpose, right? The what you're here to do, creation and transformation and growth, will. All right. So love and relationships, remembering that love and relationships can mean more than just romantic love. It can be family, friends, all your relationships essentially are centered in love. And so faith, you know, and I'm guessing that there is immediately someone is coming to mind, perhaps. There's someone in your life that you've been working on your relationship with this person and continue to trust, continue to have faith. Um, trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust your feelings. Trust what you know. Okay. And let's go ahead and get a little more clarity. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. Wait for winter. All right. So, and what I'm sensing here is that you've been in a winter in this situation, right? So, winter is it's the death, but it's more the inward, right? We're going inward, we're reflecting, yeah, the life is kind of dying off, but that's for a purpose, right? It's death is not bad. Okay, it's for a purpose, and it doesn't mean the end of the relationship. It might mean the end of a phase of that relationship. A lot of times I've noticed when any kind of winter or death shows up for a relationship, it's actually a good indication of a transition to an even better phase, right? And so the next card is transformation. So I think that pretty much validates that, right? So you've been in this winter and now we're transforming, right? We're transitioning and then we have our celebration. Okay? So but all of that, it lies on the faith, the trust, okay? And remember, faith is It's seeing is not believing, believing is seeing. Okay. So the more you can shift out of trying to see something and just know it within you, know it within your heart, that's when it shows. That's when you see it. All right. So then our purpose, our passions, we are all here for a reason, right? Um, when we're not connected to that reason, even in the smallest way, it might not be what we do completely with our lives, um, but we're taking steps towards it, but if we're not doing anything, that's when that feeling of angst really starts to show up in your life. Um, that unfulfillment, like something's missing. Okay. So we're always moving towards our purpose and our passion. And ours is saying for this transit right here of Imbolc to Ostara, creation. And that's funny because create is a word that has been coming up a lot for me lately. So again, you might have been in a winter for your purpose, for your passion. And that's okay, because remembering that that season is pivotal. It's extremely important. So don't discount it. Don't, oh, I haven't been no, you have been doing something. It just hasn't been the outward something. And remember, everything starts inward. Everything starts inward and then radiates outward. So do not discount yourself if you have not been doing the outward stuff, because it looks like now the creation is beginning. Okay. Because you've done the inward. Getting a little bit more clarity. Okay. Okay. Ask for help. Yeah, I feel like that's one that we always we can always use. And you know, whatever your passion and purpose is, it's funny. For some people, this is your living. This is what you do. You've decided to pursue your passion and purpose as a way of life, as your means of survival, right? This is what you do in the world, how you get compensated. And for others, it might be a hobby. It might be just how you show up to the things that you do. So there is no, it has to look a certain way in order to be in alignment, or no, it's what's in your heart and how that aligns for you. But no matter how that's happening, there's a really good chance that help is needed. Excuse me. There's a really good chance that you could use some support in that, because remembering that you give from the overflow, right? We never give from an empty cup, but we don't even give from a full cup. We overflow our own cup and give from the overflow. Okay? So that you are always full in order to give. And asking for help could be asking your spiritual team. It could be asking a spouse or a child for help around the house. It could be, whatever it is. Wherever things are feeling heavy, ask for help to lighten them up. I know that you are Superman and Superwoman, but you know, even the superpowers get help. Okay. Look at the Avengers, right? They all work together. Wish wisely. And that's actually interesting that I'm doing that today because today is actually a really good day for manifestation. And that's the thing. You want to be clear as you put your intentions out there and not second guess yourself and not undermine yourself and not, oh, well, that couldn't happen for me, or, whatever garbage shows up, whatever head baggage, starts doing that stuff. No, no. Thank you for trying to keep me safe, but that's not my truth. And, I just wrote a whole thing, my email that goes out about that in particular, um, my lesson this winter has been around perspective and the stories I tell myself that date back to childhood based on things that I was told. And then I've created these stories. And then immediately, as soon as I end up in a situation, bam, that story plays out instead of allowing maybe the truth to happen, right? Maybe that really did happen way back when. Doesn't mean it's happening now. And so letting go of that old programming, letting go of those old stories. We are entering a whole new era right now. And I've been saying this for months, like the old is moot at this point. Whatever your old experiences were that you're basing things off of, that's done. That's the old era. It was funny because I was saying the end of a book, and one of the people in my program said, not just a book, it's like the end of the series of books. And we're starting this whole new series. Like it's not even the end of the chapter, okay? So letting go of all of that old stuff that you've used to keep yourself small. Saying this with love. I'm there too, okay? Be clear. Be clear on your intentions, what you're wishing for. Put it out in the world and trust again. Trust that if you're feeling it, it's for you. You deserve it. You're worthy of it. You've been put here for it. Okay? Pure intention. And I feel like this is just more of a reminder to you. This is you being reminded about, right? You're the heart-centered person. You're the change maker. Your heart is what guides you. And when you are guided by your heart, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Your intentions are pure. Trust yourself. Trust that it's for you, that this is your purpose. Own it. Own it. Okay? And this is all lying on that creation, right? So through this, through getting through all of this, you are creating something beautiful, my friend. I am popular today. That never happens. All right. And then last category is transformation and growth. Will. Okay. I love this card because honestly, it's such a reminder. So everything is ever changing. That's why, if you pull oracle cards, if you pull tarot cards, they don't really predict the future. They're just a guidance. They're a way to tap into the energy, to tap into your guides and get a little bit of clarity. But they're not finite because you have free will. Everything is always changing. You can say, you're full of crap, I'm not trusting anything, and then this all changes, right? Or you can say, I'm going to trust. Oh, I've been getting a lot of messages that validate exactly what she's saying. I think I'm going to trust this and I'm going to go for it. And then it expands that much more. So will is a really big part of your growth. And I think this is a reminder that, you're in control. of your transformation and growth. You, whether it be for your highest good or not, you are the one who runs the show. Now, truly, everything is going to be for your highest good. Sometimes it's just the longer way there, and that's okay. One of my favorite quotes, it's a book in Becoming an Empowered Empath, is sometimes your intuition will guide you around the fire, and sometimes it will march you straight through the fire if that's where the lesson is to be learned. Either way, it's okay, right? Either way, and I'm paraphrasing, I'm not directly quoting, but um, I think that's such, for me, a freeing statement because I don't have to get it right. I've got it. I can handle anything that comes my way. I've got free will, right? If I'm not comfortable to move on to the next lesson yet, then I'm not moving on to it yet. Maybe I want to sit in this lesson for a little bit longer, and that is okay. You have permission to do that. Will. So I'm going to get a little more clarity on that one as well. Okay, here we go. And asking for your grace as I make the faces to not talk in the middle of the recording this to people busting in. I don't know what's going on with the energy here, but a lot of stuff coming in, and that doesn't always happen. So, oh, okay. All right. Okay. So, first of all, nature signs. Allowing the messages to come through, to trust them, to believe them. No, you're not a wackadoo. Okay. When you're in alignment, you will get a lot of messages that confirm it. Okay. You know, all of the coincidences. I was in a program one time and at one point, and she would always say, "What are the chances of that?" 100%. Okay. You know, when these like crazy coincidences seem to happen, it's like, oh my gosh, that's totally what I was just, that's a sign. That's one of the signs, right? Sometimes you see them in nature. Sometimes you see them on the clock, right? The 111s, the 222s, the 333s, like all the different little things. Sometimes license plates, billboards. Sometimes you're like, oh, is it time to get a new car? I'm kind of thinking about this kind of car. And all of a sudden, every car in front of you is that car, right? So you will see these coincidences. Yes, this is how your brain works. And that's okay too, right? So if you do the science of it, your brain sees the things that validate. But that's also when you're seeing so many of them, that is often a message to you. Okay. So paying attention to that, paying attention to your precious time, making sure that the things, the way that you're spending your time honors you. Okay. Uh, Sometimes we should all over ourselves. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. And it's honestly not the best use. Sometimes when you just take some time off to be with the kids, to be with the family, right? To go do your hobby, to just do something that feels in alignment for you, that fills you up, that's the best use of your time. So not to get so caught up in the hustle, right? The hustle and struggle, um, but to honor your time and remembering that you teach the world how to treat you. So when you honor your time, so do others because they see how valuable it is. And again, that's more of that will, right? And then protect your dreams. This is an important one. Not everyone is going to be at the same level vibration as you at all times, and that's okay. So sometimes we're moving up and the people around us aren't. So sometimes you hold on to, right, like a little gift. Like you hold on to those dreams like a little gift, right? Like this tiny little baby thing, you know, and it's not ready to be out in the world yet. Because, sometimes somebody's at this lower vibration and they're like, well, how are you going to do that? That's stupid. No, it's not. No, it's not. It just hasn't gestated yet. And you're going to hold on to it and nurture it and gestate it before you put it out into the world. Okay? Protect that. Protect that dream. Protect whatever growth you're going through, trusting that it's for your highest good and knowing that it doesn't look like anybody else's growth or transformation, it's yours alone. And that doesn't make it wrong. Absolutely. Actually, that makes it extra right. So if yours is very different, you're probably that much more on track. Okay. We out in the personal development space, we hear a lot of, you got to do this, you got to do that, da, 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 and everybody jumps on board. And you're like, oh, what's wrong with me? Because that feels really wrong. And I want to do this. That means you're being an individual and you're doing individually what is right for you and listening to your intuition. So, yes, congratulations. I celebrate you for that. And make yourself right for that, not wrong. Okay. And that is all it's all on or lying on will. All right. And so, just one more message of inspiration for this transit time of Imbolc to Ostara. These are, I love these cards. They're beautiful Rumi cards. So if you've ever heard of Rumi, it's a quote from Rumi, and then it gives a little message based on that. Yeah, it's a lot of inspiration. I don't know. All right. Excuse me. We have two, which are quite lovely. First one, let love transform. The sea becomes filled with pearls. The dry land receives the water of life. And that's Rumi, right? And so, based on that, love's genius and generosity are not bound by the mind. All matter of miraculous grace works through love in endless creative variety. Your heart's yearning shall manifest itself. Do not attempt to predict how that can be. Why would we seek to limit love's creative genius? Instead, trust that it will be magnificent and kind. Mm, well, that nothing more to say about that. That seems to be right on par. And then the other one, Merciful Mother Jamal. Rumi says, Today you arrive with laughter to break open the jail. Here now receive this solace, comfort, and mercy, for not all success must be hard won. Right? We don't have to hustle and struggle. The compassion of the all merciful shall soften the hard edges of your life and your being and bring you the grace that is deserved. Ask the Mother of Mercy to bless any matter into divinely inspired resolution. Know that your prayers are powerful. So that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful as we move through this transit. And if you are so inspired, I have a Spring Equinox event coming up, and this is open to the public. It is no cost, just beautiful energy is the love offering there. And it is March 22nd at 12 p.m. Eastern. All right. And yeah, we get on Zoom and we do, we talk about the energy shift as we move into spring. We do some celebrating. We do a reading, and that one in particular is also a spring full moon. So we'll wrap that in there as well. So would love to have you reach out if you would like to be a part of that. I see you. I love you. I believe in you. Bye.